So one problem that people with forever communities often face is the fact that once you sit in this game for a really long time, you end up with a lot of crap in your supply locker, stuff that is just piled up and piled up and piled up, and you've got nowhere to take it unless you want to take laborious trips over to a trader to sell it, and then the trader's going to run out of influence, and there's just no way to get rid of years and years and years worth of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So your team decided to put some work into trying to make big, large, enormous, bloated supply lockers more manageable. Starting with
Yeah.
this little left trigger prompt here. What is going on here?
Yeah, so up top we have the same, like being able to sort by specific categories or view all, but then we also have the ability to sort by specific types. One thing that you might notice if you go to ranged weapons is caliber is not there, but we will be adding that in there. So
Yeah,
don't
we've
worry,
got
no fret.
damage, which is close to caliber, but not
Yeah,
quite.
yeah. One of the ones I think will be more useful too is recently added. So that'll be
Oh
the
yeah,
most recently added to the supply locker. So if you just put something into the supply locker, want to grab it with a different survivor, you'll be able to quickly sort it to the very top. And we're always interested in like figuring out what other ways people want to sort things. So if you have any ideas, we're always happy to hear about it. And if we do end up putting a survey out for this feature, I'm sure we'll have a question there too. Like, what other methods would you want to sort by?
yeah, totally. And yeah, so definitely, I mean, if you're playing the game on Steam, and if we end up bringing this feature to the PTR before
Mhm.
we go live with it, which is still, our exact plans are still up in the air. But yeah,
Right.
definitely pay attention to that, because that's going to be your opportunity to answer survey questions and give us feedback. We love working a lot of these features out with our players and seeing how they use them before we officially go live to everyone. Uh,
Yeah.
but one other thing that I'm noticing here, by the way, as I'm sort of like scanning through all of this stuff, is that there's a button over here on the utility bar that isn't usually there except on weapons. The little hold X to
Yeah.
salvage. So I can
So
salvage bandages if I want to?
yeah. So that was our as internally we call it salvage nearly everything. We are opening up salvage to pretty much everything, with the exception of a couple like mission critical items or something that's really hard to come by. So at this point, with really leaning into forever committees, we know that it's really easy to get a way overbloated supply locker. So not only can you salvage everything, and I don't remember if we talked about this for bringing up on stream, but we are also adding in the ability to stack weapon mods and facility mods as
That's
well.
right.
So that
That
should cut
feature
down on
isn't
the
here in
amount of
this build. But
correct, yeah, but it will be there. Yeah,
yeah, because I think actually, yeah, we've got facility mods over here. I don't think I've got any duplicates right here on the screen. But if I did, things like, sometimes you'll end up with like 4 water coolers, and they're all identical, but they'll all take up individual slots in the grid. But that's not going
right.
to be the case anymore. Now, if you've got 4 water coolers, it'll just show up as 4 water coolers stacked on top of each other, which will make this screen do backpacks stack as well?
Right now, no, but I could definitely see them stacking in the future.
Okay, cool. Well, then we'll have to keep that stuff in mind. Sorry, that just occurred to me. Again, I'm no
Oh no,
longer
it's a
the
perfect.
design director
Yeah,
at State of Decay 2. I've got no idea what's going on, so I gotta ask Chris these questions.
I'll have to jot that one down.
All right, so yeah, so I can salvage a set of power tools, get 15 parts. Now, it's not the most efficient thing to do in the world. I mean, there's definitely faster ways to get parts, better ways to get parts. But if your main concern is, I've just got too much crap in my supply locker, this is a really easy way to just churn through the duplicates, get rid of the stuff you don't need, and go back to that lovely feeling of having a sparse and elegant life that isn't just
Hmm.
loaded down with stuff. I mean, my actual house. I luckily, I have a green screen up so no one sees my actual house, because it is just way too full of crap, and so. This feels like this was going to be a cathartic thing for me as a player to go through and just get rid of all the garbage I don't need. Even though I can't seem to do that in my actual life, I'll be able to do it in the game, and that's going to feel really good.
Indeed.